Hi everyone, what's my name? Hi everyone, I'm Alma Tarot. I'm Alma Tarot, and you're watching this new channel. I'm Alma Tarot, or you can call me Divina Alma. Welcome to my YouTube channel. This is my third attempt for this pick a card reading because the first video I originally recorded did not go well as planned. Then my second time recording this video was a different reading, and again, it did not go well as planned. So I decided to take a different route and try plan C. This is my plan C. And if this does not work out, I don't know what to tell you. So, anywho, today's pick a card reading is the next changes for the following 3 months. Like, what other changes is going to happen or that are going to occur in the next 3 months of September and so forth. Today's pick a card reading is the next changes for the following 3 months. Like, what other changes is going to happen or that are going to occur in the next 3 months of September and so forth. Before we get started, I just want to quickly say if my camera's moving slightly or the focus is off, that's because I'm using my phone. And if the daylight changes in the next if the lighting changes in the next oh my goodness. If the lighting changes in the next few clips, basically I'm recording this video on the next day. That was a struggle. Enough chit-chatting, enough of hearing my dumb ass. Let's get started. In front of me I have 3 piles. Pile 1 would be, oh my god, I'm gonna butcher this so bad. Brandenburg Amethyst. Pile 2 is Menelite crystal, and pile 3 is gonna be Golden Healer. Resonate whichever crystal pile resonate with you, and I will list the timestamps down below in the description so you can quickly click on the timestamp and ignore my rambling for this entire intro. So I'm gonna let y'all do you, and we can move on to each piles. Hi there, pile 1. So this is your reading. If you pick pile 1 based off the pile or just based off this crystal itself, and it called, I don't know how to pronounce this, so I'm gonna butcher it the best I can. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's called Brandenburg Amethyst. I'm struggling every day. Before I get started with your pile, I'm going to introduce you to this crystal so it gives you a general idea on what your reading is going to be about. I don't remember it by heart, but I'm going to have to look at the book later. But with this crystal, it's basically like an all healing crystal, like an amethyst basically. But for this, in this sense, because usually with an amethyst, it's like the main chakras, for example, should be the crown chakra, right? Or should the third eye? One of those two, right? But for this crystal right here, correct me if I'm wrong, but the main chakras would resonate with this crystal would be basically all of the chakras. And I'm gonna quickly look at the book because I don't remember it by heart. It basically heals all physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, karmic, planetary, and astral auric layers. And with this crystal, it basically it's like a way for like a healing, an all-purpose healing, in order for you to step into your divine purpose, to step into your higher self, that kind of thing, you know. So think of it like a crown chakra. Think of it like an amethyst, but basically think of it like a clear quartz, but with a y'all, I cannot explain things, so I'm gonna move on with your reading because this is gonna take a while for me to explain. But I'll put the explanation somewhere on the screen so it makes sense to you guys because I cannot explain nothing today. So yeah, so that will be your crystal, and I'm gonna be shuffling more of this deck later on to see what else that you might need, or like some type of healing that you might need in order for you to move through these changes in the next 3 months. I have a list. I have a list because I know I'm gonna ramble too much and to the point where like this video is gonna take forever. So I'm gonna try my best to stay in order with my list in the order I choose. Not choose, but in the order I intuitively picked. Well, the main order. Anyways, see, I'm doing it again. Just these two cards are gonna be representing what you have learned in the month of August, or what you have learned previously, or what you have learned previously of the time that you're watching this. So this can be a timeless reading. So whatever month you're watching this, just know that what you have learned now of the time you are watching it as a viewer, that's gonna be what your card's gonna represent. Okay, so scratch what I said in the title. There's not gonna be a September 3 month period reading. It's gonna be like a timeless ass reading. So whatever time you're watching this, that's when the reading's gonna start. So that's what you have learned in the month that you're watching this, or in the previous months. And this card is gonna be representing what you need to work on currently. Okay. So in the first card, I have Star Family. You're part of a team of souls call and support, and what you need to learn, what you need to work on, serve the world by being you. Okay, so from what I can see here is that what you have learned, or what you have progressed, or what you have started learning and developing, especially within yourself or others around you, is knowing that you have enough support for you to move forward, or for you to gain your confidence in moving forward, whether that's being in your family, your friends, your loved ones. I feel like most of you guys, if not all, would be mostly within your friend, or you have that one or two friend group that you tend to call your soul family, or your soul sisters slash brothers, whichever. And you have learned that your soul is basically like a guiding point for you, like a blueprint for you. You have not only understand what your soul needs, or not only you have starting to understand what your soul needs in order for you to get to from point A to point B, which is your life purpose, soul purpose. You have also understand that you don't always have to open out or reach to everyone you know. You have learned that being open with yourself, especially being true to yourself, especially when it comes to surrendering, is one of the key points into getting to your divine purpose. Now, as for your soul mission, double mission, serve the world by being you. What you still need to work on, or what you're still trying to work on, is being more authentic. Because even though you still have the support that you need, even though you understand the importance of your soul, you're still having issues when it comes to it yourself as a whole. Whether that's through being insecure, or like through family matter on how they put you down, etc., etc., especially within relationships. And especially when you're out in public, I feel like there's some of you guys who tend to put on a mask, not only to entertain others, but to block or like cover your vulnerability. Like you would say things about yourself that's not rude, but like calling yourself, "Oh, I'm such a dumbass," like that kind of thing, in front of people just to make them laugh, or in front of people to be like, "Oh no, you're not," like that, like put on some type of mask into entertaining others. Where I feel like I know there's some of you who does that just because it's like a defense mechanism, but it still is blocking you from your sole purpose because you're still covering your authentic self just by placing on a mask or placing on a mask that is shown to entertain others just by contradicting yourself or just by putting your own self down, if that makes sense. Changes that's gonna come with yourself. So, what are the changes that you're going to receive, or how you're going to change, or who you're going to become through this 3 month period? You have the Hermit. So, not okay, so okay. I might pull out some tarot cards, but we'll see on depending on this reading. But the changes that you're gonna, oh, I just punched the mic. The changes that you're gonna overcome, or not overcome, but the changes that you're gonna see in yourself is basically you're gonna have a clear sense of knowing. You're gonna have this clear sense of understanding, knowledge, not only towards others but towards yourself too. It's like you not only you have knowledge of those around you, but you also have knowledge when it comes to the divine, the universe, yourself especially, and who you are. And I might pull out some crystal oracle to see if there's any, oh shit, if there's any like healing messages or like some things to help you guys stay focused into reaching your divine purpose. That just happened. Now, like again, I'm gonna read it off the book because I don't remember memory by heart. I mean, I do remember some, just not a whole lot. Now, if you do want some of these, if you do want or interested in some of the cards I'm using, I'll list the names down below just so you guys can get the hang, not get the grab. What's the word of it? But so you guys can grab it when you feel like it. Okay, so what does pile one? Okay, that wants to come out. And I don't like. Now, if some of you guys don't know, I know there's some tarot readers who, whenever a card is facing down like this, they don't usually go with it. But for me, whenever I'm shuffling or if a card falls down, or like if I'm shuffling midway and I stop, that's usually because my intuition tells me to stop and pull out a deck that's telling me to stop, if that makes sense. So usually I just go off by whether it falls out, but most of the time I just go off by my intuition when it comes to shuffling. So you have polychrome jasper and citrine. And in the back of the deck there is malachite. So again, I'm gonna read the crystals off the book and see what the messages on how you're gonna change, or like what you need to do in order for you to change within yourself or the lessons that you need to learn for yourself. Okay. Releases emotional blockage standing in the way of spiritual awakening. Seeing all, knowing all. Immerse yourself in them. Oh my god. Okay, so basically, is okay. So this. Oh my. Oh, okay. So you know how I said that you're not authentic with yourself. It's like for this one is you need to stay more conscious, not cautious, conscious with yourself, as in like follow your intuition, knowing that you have a divine purpose, knowing that the more you stay authentic, the more you know what your divine purpose is. As for the polychrome jasper, it means that belong to a greater group, due to a family or clan. If you feel isolated, reach out to others out of strength rather than neediness. The stone offers you security for companionship. Choose an admirable ally. Ground your efforts in the particular everyday world. You have the gift of meditation and see side of issue. So that's what you have developed or starting to develop or starting to learn within yourself slowly. What you need to start changing, working on is surrender more to yourself. Surrender both your masculine and your feminine energy in that way that it's equally balanced in order for you to understand and know your divine purpose. Because if you just surrender one side of yourself, you're not gonna receive the entire package. You're gonna receive half. You know what I mean? So if you surrender yourself the whole, you're gonna receive whole. As for the citrine, you spend too much time worrying about home, family, finance. Remember, you are abundant being who manifests what you need. You are innocent, wise child who yearns to play. Joyful play creates a wonderful world. Be grateful for who you are, blessed, accept constructive criticism because emotional balance. It's like in order for you to change or like what needs to be changed or how you're gonna get from here to here is that there's some things for you guys to work on within yourself, things that need to surrender to yourself to the divine, especially when it comes to your feminine energy. I feel like some of you will be masculine and okay, so what this April's trying to say is that wait, not April. Chico's trying to say is that there was more feminine energy that needs to be surrendered rather than masculine, even though there was some at the time of the recording, some masculine energy that needs to be surrendered as well. Because I feel there's some masculine energies that needs to be surrendered, but there's mostly a lot more feminine energy that needs to be surrendered as well. Because with these two cards and the hermit, it gives me a masculine energy. But with the rest of these ones, so the amethyst, the star family, the mission, the abundance, it just I including with these citrine, including with the hermit, it just gives off more feminine energy. And like I said, in order for you to receive the whole package, you have to surrender yourself whole as well. You cannot surrender yourself halfway. It's like filling your cup halfway or giving someone efforts halfway or communicate with someone halfway. It's like if you can't do the other half, why should I give you the other half? You know what I mean? Let's move on to the changes that you're gonna have within your career. The deck I'll be using for that is the Zodiac Numerology Moonerology Oracle. For pile 1, asking all my spirit guides, guardian angels, ancestors, what message do you have for pile 1, and what changes are gonna occur within the 3 months period, within the 3-month time. What changes is pile 1 gonna experience? There you go. Never mind. Okay, well, I don't know how many cards that. Okay, so then we got. Okay, that works too. Thank you. So I was hoping to pull out just 3, but 5 works too. That 5? No, that's 6. 6 works too. Okay, so the changes that you're gonna receive, or the changes within your career or job or position of occupation, what the changes is gonna happen to you when it comes to those aspects. It's time to take action. Okay, so I feel like you guys have a particular career choice in mind, a particular path you wanna achieve or go to when it comes to your job choice. I feel like now is time to take action because you do have the new moon in Aries, and with the new moon Aries, especially Aries, because I know I'm an Aries, but what I'm trying to say is that you need to start taking action in a way, like as in like, don't think about it later. Because I know for a fact, I don't. When it comes to my task, I hate thinking about it later. I like to get it on with it right away, even though I know that's not what I need to do, and I know that's something I need to work on with myself too. Is patience. But in your case, it's completely different because you have something that's been called down to you, and I feel something with creativity just popped into my head. I feel like there's something to do with creativity that you've been planning on doing, or that you have pushed aside and waited for you to do for the past couple of months, years. And I think within the 3 months time, it's time to take action now and start working on those projects, on those applying the jobs that you've been wanting to apply, like doing something that will make you have that drive, will make you have that fire or light ignite within you. Because when you work for something, when you are doing something that lights up yourself, gets you all like, what's the word, hyped, or like have the adrenaline high, it makes you feel good. It makes your soul feel good because that's what your soul wants you to do. And if this thing, whatever you've been pushing aside from, ignites your soul, makes you have that adrenaline high, it's basically a sign that you need to take action as soon as you can not before, but basically take action as soon as you can, because that's basically what your soul is trying to tell you. It's trying to let you know, hey, I know you like doing this thing, or hey, I know you've been wanting to apply this type of job, so let's do it because I cannot wait any longer. I gotta burst you. Oh my god, I don't know what's wrong with me. Anyway, the next card I have here is be bold and make the first move. I feel like for some of you guys, the relationship just popped into my mind with this card for some reason. And I think not all, but a small portion of you guys are in a separation or in a current relationship or in a relationship that's complicated. I might pull tarot cards for this one later. Oh my god, Cardinal Moon. Fire Aries is Cardinal, right? Yeah, she is. So we're gonna put that right there. Okay, so I might do a tarot card for this later, and I'm gonna do tarot cards of the in general reading in the end. You have show the world the real you, so you need to be more authentic to yourself, be more true to who you are, because that's basically what your soul is trying to ignite from you. surrender to the divine. What did I say, you guys? Look at the bigger picture, full moon and Sagittarius. Yeah, I feel like I need to pull out some tarot cards for some of these cards. I feel like I need to pull out some tarot cards for some of these cards. Last, luck is on your side. New moon and Sagittarius. Okay, so I'm gonna do a changes within your relationship near the end, but with you guys, I'm gonna be pulling out some tarot cards, especially, yeah, some tarot cards for you guys as well. I'm gonna do changes that is gonna come when it comes to your family, your friends, and the next part I'll be doing a changes within your relationship, whether if you're single or if you're in a current relationship. Okay, what changes is pile 1 going to receive when it comes to the home life? Okay, I know for this card wants to come out, as I have feeling to pull this card out too. And my candle went out. Okay, so my bad. What was I? Oh yeah, what changes is pile 1 gonna receive or going to experience with the changes of the home life, relationship with the family or and friends. Oh, one last card. And the back of the deck. Oh, I didn't show you the back of the deck of the oracle. I should do that first. So the back of the deck is meditate and contemplate new moon in Pisces. In the back of the deck, we have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. I feel like there's some of you guys who I'm planning to on moving out. The changes within your family, and you have the Queen of Swords in reverse. The Queen of Wands. Oh my, too many queens. Hey, queen. This is the Star in reverse. The Five of Pentacles upright. The Knight of Swords. Knight of Pentacles. Okay, I'm gonna pull out some tarot deck for this reading because it's a lot that I'm taking in, and I don't know. I mean, I don't want to sound too much at this point, because I already sound too much. There's some of you guys who are either planning on moving out, or there's some of you guys who are in the process of moving out, whether that's in your literal home, metaphorically, or just traveling wise. Seven of Swords in reverse. The High Priestess. It's like there's some of you guys who are starting to see not the truth, but the the mask behind people within your home, whether that's within your family or within if you have a roommate or if the home in general. You know, it's like let's see what this card is. The Two of Swords in reverse. It's like you guys are the Five of Swords. Yeah, okay, so it's like you guys are torn between. It's like, okay, but in the past, what you guys have been through, it's like you guys had to put up a shitload or like a ton load of your own mask in front of your family or friends. And the changes I see here, because this to me represents the past and this represents the future to me whenever I do readings like this. And it just shows me that you have not only see the truths behind certain people, but you were having issues or struggling to cut certain people off based off of your intuition telling you, hey, you should cut them off, or like you should not be close to them because of this reason. And it's like you have this attachment type issue when it comes to certain people because it gives you a sense of like not knowing but a sense of path, if that makes sense. And just based off those energies around you that surrounding you, you have learned to realize that their energy does not match with yours. Their way of thinking does not match with yours. The way of living does not match with the way of yours. And you have not only learned to be more true to yourself around them, but you also have see past them, see past the lies, see past on who they are, see past on who they said to be. Because with the High Priestess, it just shows like a lot of knowledge, but you have the Star in reverse. It's like you have removed yourself from the box that is no longer serving you, that's no longer aligned with your energy, and you have learned to find your own sense of peace. Oh shit. You have learned to find your sense of own peace, to feel more secure with yourself, feel more secure on who you're around with. You're so and a little bit more isolated too, I feel like to some of you, because we have the Five Pentacles here and the Nine of Swords, Queen of Swords. And to me it just feels a lot of isolation. You just feel a lot of more isolated, a lot more antisocial before versus now. It just shows that, but at the same time, like you still want to go back, or like they're still trying to come back to you in a way. I feel like there's some people in your life before you cut them off, or if you're in the process of cutting them off, I feel like they're trying to come back to you in your life in a certain way, because I feel like there's some people in your life had regretted the way they treated you or did you wrong, or they see how much you're doing so much better without them that they want to experience that not success victory with you. And I don't know, but I'm looking at the Queen of Wands, and to me the fact that she's like side by side with the Hermit, and by the Hermit there's the Queen of Swords in reverse, it's like she is not thinking, but she is thinking on what her next move is going to be that will not affect her life or soul in a way. Thinking on how if it's gonna affect you guys are contradicting yourself. You guys are like contradicting yourselves too. I don't know. I, I don't know. But y'all, I feel like y'all be contradicting yourselves, and especially when it comes to your own self creativity. Because the creativity. Because I feel like in the what you have learned before is that your creativity is a lot more unique and you versus not versus, and what you need to learn is that your uniqueness, your creativity is your way of achieving your abundance, on achieving knowledge, on letting go what no longer serves you, because what you learned before is not only self-worth, self-confidence, is that you have learned that, well, you're starting to learn, for most of you, that in order for you to move forward, you gotta make the first move. You gotta be bold and make the first move in order to get to where you gotta be. But you still need to focus on the bigger picture when it comes to certain things, especially when it comes to your emotions. Because I think that's where some of your emotions tend to lie on, and you tend to let your fiery energy, you tend to let your mindset, your how you think and how you view things control your basically control you, you know? Okay, I'm gonna it's a lot I want to say here, but I don't know if I'm gonna fit it all in one pile, not one pile, but not all in one deck, because I got two more things I want to ask the guides. So I'm hoping to get it all out before I go with your tarot, move on with the tarot. And the next thing I'm gonna ask the spirits is changes when it comes with your relationships. So what are changes is pile one gonna receive, encounter when it comes to their relationships, whether that's romantic, platonic, friendship, anything like that, intimacy. I just started. Okay, what messages do you have for them for pile one? So for this deck, oh, okay, GM. For this deck, oh, stop. Okay, for this deck, okay, I'm gonna fix that one because that was my fault. Okay, so okay, my intuition is telling me to leave those two, but gonna shuffle one more. Yeah, I feel like I need to, and then I'm gonna let you, and then I'm gonna talk because I feel like they're not letting me talk. Okay, yes, no more. Back of the deck, we have the Fool in reverse. Now for this deck, I am creating my own deck called Starlight Divine, and it has not come out yet because I'm still in the process of making them. Thus, that's why I'm using these printed tarot cards I just printed off. But it'll be coming out soon, just don't know when. And if you're interested in purchasing one or getting it like pre-order, just go to the link down below, and there should be a link for you to register for that. And yeah, the pricing, I'm not too sure yet on how much I'm gonna price them, but for now, let's go with it. Okay, so the relationships that you're gonna receive, not receive, the changes that you're going to receive within your relationships. We have the Ace of Cups. I don't know what to put you. I'm going to put you right here. The Five of Swans. The Five of Wands. The King of Cups. The Nine of Pentacles. The Two of Cups. I don't know how some of the tarot deck people will make this look so pretty. Look at this. It's so messy. Come put you right here. Then you have, what's this? Temperance in reverse. The Tower in reverse. The Four of Cups upright. And the Hermit in reverse. Okay, so that's weird. We got the Hermit upright here and the Hermit in reverse. So what is this telling me? That there's gonna be some, not major, but I feel like I said in the beginning with the, I forgot which one is it. Like I said, I feel like in the beginning, there's some of you guys who are currently not receiving, what am I saying? Are in a separation with someone, or currently broken up with someone, or single, or in a relationship. I feel like for some of you guys, you have, for those who are in a relationship, the changes that's gonna be within your current partner is you're going to feel like, okay, I'm gonna say this. The first thing that came to my head was talk. So I'm guessing that there's some of you guys gonna have a talk, or some of you guys who are in a relationship is gonna have a talk. I think based on like future monies and like, or like emotional, because there's a lot of cups in here, you know, and I feel like the talk would be based on past, like past experience with one another, or past something to do with the past. If you're in a if you're in a relationship right now, or if you're in a separation, I don't think, for some, depending if you do want this, if you do want the person you have in mind, I don't think that this person is going to give you what you needed, if that makes sense. Because over here, this is on what you have learned. And not only yet you have the Two of Cups upright, but you also have the Ace of Cups and the King of Cups. And what you have learned is that relationships in general is not always going to fill your cups in order for you to be happy, in order for you to move on, in order for you to feel like you have everything. Because when I see the Ace of Cups, whenever I see anything with the Ace of something, I always think of self, of your own self. And the fact that we have the Tower in reverse is like you guys are coming back from a downfall, from a breaking point. And it's like with the Ace of Cups and the King of Cups and Two of Cups, it's like you guys are learning to accept that things happen for a reason. Things are not meant to stay the way they're supposed to. Things are meant to teach you a lesson, a blessing, or a reason. And you have taught yourself that And there's some of you guys who have taught yourself that if I'm gonna receive what I want, I rather give it to myself rather than beg for someone else to do for me. And the fact that we have the Hermit in reverse, even though in the beginning we did say that the Hermit, you're going to receive a lot of self knowing, a lot of self, this and this and this. You see, you're going to find a light, but within the relationship, it's gonna feel like you don't know where you're going, you don't know where you're heading, you don't know where you're gonna go, but you choose that it is gonna be okay if I don't know. It's like you have accepted the fact that the relationship did not work out. If you are in a separation or if you are currently broken up, you are learning to accept that not knowing is going to be 10 times better than knowing and what to expect. Because I feel like for some of you guys tend to, for some, not all, but there's some of you guys who rather take control into certain situations in order for you to feel secure, because you rather know than not knowing. Because if you don't know what's going to happen in a situation, you're going to feel anxious about it. You're not going to mentally prepare yourself for the worst if it does come about. But throughout the 3 months' time, you're going to accept that not knowing on the direction you're heading, you're going to know more when you don't know, if that makes sense. But I do know that you're gonna have to be patient with this. You're gonna have to take a long time. I feel like this can be more than 3 months for some of you. I'm hearing 5, 6, but or 8. I mean 8 too. But I feel like for some of you guys gonna take a long time. And not only that, you guys are gonna have to be patient within yourself. You guys gonna have to learn patient. You guys gonna have to not only take control when it comes to certain things, in certain aspects when it comes to your life and within your soul, but you gotta balance it with patience. You know what I mean? You cannot make it imbalance at the same time. You cannot be patient in both things. You cannot be patient with your soul, but also be patient in the practical world, because that's not how it goes. You're gonna have to be patient in both aspects and impatient in both aspects, if that makes sense. Because on how I view things is there's always light and dark, I would say. You know, everything in life always there's always gonna be a light and dark. So in your case, the fact that you're ending through a darkest time or what it feels like a darkest time, just know that if you're patient within your soul, within yourself, but more go getter in the things you need to do in order for you to reach your soul purpose, you're going to feel a lot more abundance here with the Nine of Pentacles, you know? Okay, I'm gonna continue. I'm gonna see more what else these cards are gonna have to say. And then the last few decks, I'm gonna be pulling out cards on what your angels and the timeline for these changes, on how long these changes are gonna be. Sorry if this reading's not as detailed as you would like, because not gonna lie, I'm still starting off, and plus I don't like rambling too much because I get sidetracked easily. I don't know, I feel like I have ADHD sometimes. Okay, so messages for my pile one when it comes to the love life. You have the Magician in reverse. just saying, if some of these what I said does not resonate with you, but some part does, just know this is a general reading. So of course there's gonna be things that's not gonna resonate and some things that are gonna resonate. But like I said, I'm picking up energy based on what has been thrown, not thrown, but given to me at this moment. And there's a lot of energies that's been thrown, as you can see here. Okay, that's not. Page of Pentacles, upright. The Four of Cups in reverse. Just blocking everything. Oh, you guys saw that card. Oh, y'all did not see nothing. The Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Seven of Wands in reverse. I'm gonna pull out one more card. I said one more card. The Moon. And the back of the deck, I have the Ace of Cups. Okay, so what you guys and your relationships, regarding with your relationships, I feel like your partner, whoever it may be, there's some things that is going to be shown to you because we have the Moon upright. But the fact that we have the Page of Four of Cups in reverse, the Magician in reverse, Seven of Wands, and the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. But we do have the Page of Pentacles upright. It just tells me that you guys are going to receive some things if you're in a separation. If you're currently separated with someone or broken up with someone, you're going to receive some, what it feels like, some bearing truths is what I heard. And it's just gonna feel like it's either gonna feel like it's good to hear what you've been told, like it's been lifted off from you, but it's also gonna feel like either that either that or it's gonna feel not shocking, but like it it's gonna hurt in a way, but it's gonna hurt in a way that's gonna make you move forward. It's gonna make you not expect anyone to give you what you deserve, because I feel like over here you would tend to give too much, or you tend to find a way to make things work. Since we have the magician in reverse, but it does not get you nowhere, because since with the Page of Pentacles, it feels like you guys would be reaching for something or someone that does not deserve you or your self-worth. But the fact that you guys have learned that in order for me to be happy, in order for me to get what I deserve, I'd rather do it to myself. You have learned that asking someone to fill your cups, to fill your emotional needs, is basically begging a horse to sit down. But over here, this is what you have learned. What you need to learn is to trust your intuition a lot more, and trust what is telling you or what your intuition is telling you before it happens, it's not like a way for you to mentally prepare yourself. It's like a way for you to emotionally gather yourself up first before any downfall, because I feel like you guys are going through a healing point as well throughout the 3-month period, but also you guys are going through a spiritual awakening at the same time too. That's why you have the Tower in reverse. And since with the Temperance, it is going to be a long period. With the High Priestess too, you're going to receive so many experience to the point where like you're going to learn so much things about yourself, and at the same time you're going to find a way to change some certain aspects of yourself in order that fits your soul, in order to fit your soul purpose, your soul goal. So that being said, it's like not only you have developed during the time frame that you are watching this, but just know that there's some things that's gonna be developed, or there's some certain things that are gonna be that you're gonna experience, especially when it comes to your love life. And I'm gonna, to end off this reading, I wanna pull out some cards to see a time frame or when this is gonna end or when this is gonna start. Okay, so if you guys want more in-depth extensions of this reading, just click on the link in my bio below and just set up an appointment with me, and we can book your own personal time with me, so that way I can absorb your own energy, not everyone else's, so I can give you more in depth of this reading. But that's only if you want to, okay? No pressure. No, I'm not forcing you to. Just only those who are actually interested and wanting to know more in depth. And time frame for pile 1, time frame for pile 1 on when this transition of the 3-month period is gonna start or end. I shouldn't have done that. We should do it over here. Okay, so we evaluate relationships, justice, and play fair. Eclipse and Libra, you balance. And stand firm in the eye of the storm. Eclipse and Scorpio, regeneration. Whichever words sounds right to you. Okay. Back to card, we have align with your love, with love and wisdom. Sun and Pisces, higher purpose. Okay, so we have number 12 back here. 12, like the end, probably in the end of, like in the month of December, or like January 2nd or January 12th, or February 12th, February 2nd, February 1st, March, around March 2, or in like Pisces season. Eclipse in Libra could be a Libra season. The 31st of December, I want to say, or March 1st, or just a 4, so I would say 4/4, April 4th, April 3rd, April 1st, for eclipse in Scorpio. Oh my god, there's a 5 here. Is that 5 there? No, that's a 3. 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5. So, 3, 4, 5. March, April, May. So I'm gonna say around like March, April, May, or Libra season or Scorpio season. I don't know when Libra or Scorpio season is in, but I feel like the time frame around there, it should be your beginning point or your ending point. But yeah, so that's the end of your reading pile 1. And like I said, I hope you enjoy this, even though it's not a full in-depth like traditional pick of cards. because I don't like, I talked a lot, okay? Plus, it's hard to give more in depth. I'm still trying to adjust. So, if you want to have more in depth of your reading based on the piles that you chose, just email me down below and we can, click on the link down below. We can set up an appointment and we can go by there. If you want your reading done in depth towards your own energy. Yeah, if you enjoy this video and if you want to see more from me, please subscribe, like, comment, share, whatever you gotta do. And I try my best to find my routine with this tarot reading because I'm still struggling and I don't know if this is gonna be okay for you guys, even though it looks messy right now. But hopefully in the future that it will develop. Thank you guys for watching and I'll see you in the next video. Bye. That sounds so rude. Bye. Hi there, pile 2. So if you pick pile 2 because your intuition is telling you, or you pick pile 2 because of this crystal called, a stone called Menelite. And before I start off, I'm gonna give you an introduction of this crystal, or stone. So it gives you an idea of what your reading is gonna be about. Okay. Since I don't remember the definitions or anything, god damn it, hold on. Okay, so the Menelite, the wise feminine. So it's a connection within the earth and the wise feminine priestess power. It remarks rites a passage to womanhood to wisdom. You are a mortal soul who is an embodiment of the wise feminine. Express this through your body and action. Go deep into yourself to find a connection to Mother. Earth sits in her room of healing. In meditation, you heal your soul. Put aside fear. Remember that transition are necessary for growth. So, and this is the timing, which is the Earth's element Virgo, Capricorn, Sagittarius. Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. And chakras are Earth Star, Base, and Sacral. Soul Path, expressing the divine feminine. Just like with pile 1, I'm gonna be splitting up into 2 sections. One side will be based on what you have okay, I didn't give you a good introduction. So this is gonna be a reading on what change is gonna happen within a 3 months time after watching this video. Okay, so this is a timeless reading, just so you know. Anyways, so yeah, I'm gonna splitting up into 2. One side will be based on what you have learned previously or the month of you watching this, and the other one will be what you need to work on with yourself. Okay, so for the first card, I have the Golden Children. Inner child, tenderness, innocent, pure, did not say pure, rare gifts. So from what you have learned is that it is okay to let loose. It is okay to be yourself, to be true, to be who you are internally, especially when it comes to those you love, especially when it comes to those you were afraid to show your authenticity to. You have realized that through authenticity, those who are meant to stay in your life based on how authentic you are will stay in your life. So you not only that, it feels like you also have this, I want to say, indigo children vibes. It's like you have this innocence within you. No matter what you've been through throughout your life, you still remain your innocence. And not only that, it's like the fact that you remain your innocence, it just shows on how golden your heart is, especially towards others. Because you could have a bad ass heartbreak, and yet you still give the love and kindness to others that they deserve. And you have learned to give to those who deserves it, if that makes sense. But yet at the same time, releasing your inner self, inner child with it too, to show the authentic you, if that makes sense. And what you need to learn: lifting the veil, questioning everything, anything aligned must go. So you are still, even though you still have this, what you have learned, you still are contradicting yourself. You still are contradicting your intuition. You still have not yet let go on what's not serving you anymore at this point. And I want to continue on, but I'm gonna continue on with this card, but I'm gonna continue on with other cards so that way I have more in depth of the meaning behind this card for you. And so this is the what's this again? The changes within yourself. Okay, so this is the overall changes that you're gonna have to make within yourself. You have the Tower in reverse, and this just shows me that you are accepting, not accepting fate, but you're accepting. I don't know what it is, but you're accepting something that's more to do with yourself rather than others. Pull out some tarot cards for this one because I'm at loss, kind of, not kind of, like high key. Nails, you know, when people do tarot readings and then their nails look hella nice while doing it, I'm just wondering, how do y'all pick up your deck without breaking a nail or even breaking your deck? Because I know I don't want to bend my deck. Anyways, gonna pull out some angel tarot on you guys to see what meaning behind these cards are trying to tell me, or if there's any meaning at all, and I'm just not good at my job. Just kidding, don't say that to yourself, don't be contradicting. You're a bad bitch, okay? Don't doubt yourself, even though I am right now. Any messages for Pile 2 on what changes are gonna happen within them? What are they gonna change? What changes are they gonna experience within themselves? So I noticed that with not normal, but like with tarot, pick a card reading, they shuffle until the cards flip over, right? But for me, I usually do that, but sometimes if my intuition tells me to stop shuffling and just pick the card that resonates with me the most, then I go off by that. Or if a card just falls off like upside down, like how I just did, I just let my intuition tells me which one is the most important message to give out. You may not like on how I'm doing it, but this is usually works for me, and this is usually how I get through my readings, especially when there's a lot of energy coming through my way too. Just saying, don't like it, don't watch me. No swears, April. These are the cards that flipped upside down. Here are the cards that did not. So we have the Emperor, Angel of Wisdom, the King of Wands, what's to say, leadership. Whoa, sorry. Okay, so you have Ten of Swords, ending. Okay. The Hangman, Angel of Prophecy. I feel like that's a really gifted, spiritually gifted. And challenges. I'm gonna pick the cards that resonate with this reading the most. Before I do that, this is the back of the deck. This is Four of Wands, Freedom. So before I flip those cards that did not come up upright, off the bat, I can tell you that what you have learned is before you accept, you tend to take control. No filter. You like control. You like to take control. You're the type of person who does not like it when someone takes control, because the Emperor tends to be more leadership, right? and have more knowledge into certain things of knowing all, of basically knowing everything just because he's the leader, emperor. And you have learned that has come to an end, and you understand that it, it does not, nothing has to go your way. Nothing has to go in a way that you want it to go. It will go in a way that suits your situation or suits best for you to learn. That's why we have the King of Wands leadership in reverse, in the pile and section of what you need to work on with yourself. And that is understanding, trying to your best to understand that control in certain things never goes your way and never helps you gain more knowledge in a way as you surrendering yourself into something that knows what it sees way before you ever could. You know what I mean? That's why we have ending and the angel prophecy. It's like you have to listen to more of your intuition, because I feel like throughout the 3 month period, you're going to experience some challenges ahead. And these challenges are basically challenges to see how much you can trust your intuition, you can trust the divine, and not worry about the control of not having. You know what I mean? So that's what I feel like the meaning of the tower is for you guys, is accepting defeat. Accepting that things are coming to an end, but you're learning to accept it no matter what the outcome is. So here are the cards that fell off the deck, and I'm just gonna quickly Paying over. Okay, this one is speaking a lot of energy. These two, especially. You have the Wheel of Fortune, Angel of Destiny, the Hermit, Angel of Reflection. You have learned, like I said, you have learned that you should take control of certain things in your life, in certain aspects of your life. And the fact that you have understand that not everything has to go your way, you are still trying to surrender yourself and listen to your intuition. And with the Hermit, next sitting right next to the King of Wands, is like if you surrender yourself into something that you don't know, you will gain so much knowledge into knowing, not knowing. If that makes sense. And here are the 3 4 decks that did not resonate as much with me. So you have the Chariot, Angel of Guidance, Nine of Pentacles, Comfort, Five of Cups, Sadness, King of Pentacles, Generosity. Oh, and you also have Ten of Pentacles in reverse, Support. I'm gonna pull out some more Angel Tarot to see what your angel guides are telling you. And then I'm gonna move on to changes in your career, changes in family home life, and the changes in relationships. Oh shoot, I've got to do one thing. I've got to do the crystal card. See how and what you need to do to get to where you need to go. And if you are interested in a deck I am using, I'll be listing them down below so you guys can grab it, purchase, have fun with it, like how I am right here. Oh, I'm struggling. I had to move everything up because I realized some of you guys cannot see what's in the bottom of the screen. So, how will Power 2 and what do they need to do to get to where they need to be? What changes do they have to make? Oh, okay. I feel like I need to put one more. Okay, this card is calling me, so I'm gonna pull out that. Okay, so the bottom of the deck you have the, I cannot pronounce this shit. Quantum cuarto horas. If you're Filipino, don't correct me. We have the lavender aragonite, right? Okay. Next we have the Persily bluestone. Next we have the garnet and the malachite. It's funny because the previous pile had this too, but it was in the bottom of the deck. So I'm gonna read to you the meaning behind these crystals. Okay, so for the lavender aragonite, become comfortable in your own body and environment. You are incarnated to be a garden for the planet. You are a vehicle for purifying, healing the earth, reminding others that it is sacred, living being to be treated with respect. Pay attention to where you live within yourself. Do not do your inner housekeeping and nurture yourself. 33. Yo, there's a lot of threes here. 3, 37. Okay, I'm gonna move on. Sorry. Okay, so for the Persily bluestone, the inner compass. You are an ancient shaman who has much wisdom to impart the ability to journey through multiple dimensions in search of healing. You have unshakable core stability and inner compass that directs you with integrity. Be true to yourself is the basis of all well-being spiritually and physically. So the fact that in the beginning I said that it's like you don't listen to your intuition, even though you know it is best, but there'll be times where like you kind of contradict yourself, and even though you listen to, it feels like you listen more on your masculine energy way more than you do on your feminine energy. So if you listen, so if I feel like if you, it feels like you surrendering more of your masculinity, much more you are surrendering of your feminine side. I think it's telling you to, you need to be way more true to who you are as an individual, as a spiritual vessel, as a soul. Not just only on one sided, but the other side too. Because it's like there be times where you ignore one side of you. Okay, so for garnet, you are a passionate soul with a courageous heart. Be confident and Constant. Let go of your inner demons, taboos, inhibitants, and fantasies. Recognize self-sabotage and expand your awareness into all that you can be. Virtue matters to you. You are capable of great devotion to a cause or relationship and have strong survival instinct. It's like you guys have been through a lot in the past. And not only that, it's like you guys been taken advantage of way too many times in the past to the point where like you have, it feels like you have not only hidden some parts of yourself to others to the point where like you have a mask, but it feels like you have not been completely authentic to those that who are trying their best to be in your life in a way that can support you and help you lift any vessel, help you lift your vessel and help you to release any alignment that's no longer serving you. As for the malachite, unconscious programs or beliefs cause psychometric disease. Go willing into the depths. Therapy may be needed. Your deepest fears become your greatest gifts. As hidden abilities like I feel like you guys have like I'm gonna do an angel tarot. I feel like you guys have not only been taken advantage of by friends. I feel like family too. Family relationship. I feel like everyone. I feel like y'all just been abused in many different type of ways from people who don't recognize on how golden your heart is. And that's like the sad part because the fact that you would I feel like beforehand you would close off yourself and put on a mask, but throughout this progress you have learned to accept that it's okay to not take things in control, but you're still in the progress of learning on how much you are so precious not only in the divine but like as a being overall, because you don't know how rare it is hard to find someone who is both authentic masculinity wise and feminine wise. Not only that, the fact that they can be loving and nurturing towards others even though they've been bashed many times before in the past. I just want to say that like this is a general reading, so whatever I say may not resonate. I'm giving off what I feel intuitively connected to. So I'm gonna be taking out some angel tarot for you guys and see what your angel guides has to say before we continue on with your reading. And I don't know if I mentioned this before, but if you like the deck I'm using for this reading, I will list them down below so you guys can check them out, purchase them, and have fun. Have fun with your intuition and within your. Okay, so back of the deck we have Six of Wands, Sia. I don't know how to pronounce this. God who took evil. Sorry, you guys cannot see that. Longevity protects against infirmities. I can not read, but this you'll go. That's the back of the deck. And the cards that stood out. What your angel guides are trying to tell you. We have Seven of Wands, Riel, the expected God, liberation, deliverance from enemies, both visible and invisible. Next, the of Swords. I cannot pronounce none of these names. The quickly forgiving God, love and submission, cure illness, influence, passional love, gives long life. It's like you guys have a strong, it's like you guys are going through a strong awakening in within the 3 month period. Yeah, within the 3 month period. 3 months or like 8 months within those two time frame. Okay, you have strength. The rising God. Loyalty, delivery from those who seek for oppress, brings victory. Eight of Pentacles. God the teacher. What's wrong with me? I cannot speak today. Oh my god, wait, I'm gonna butcher this. No, I'm not gonna. I'm gonna sound dumb as provides knowledge. There you go. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I cannot speak properly. I cannot pronounce words properly, especially when I'm on either an adrenaline high or if I'm anxious. Right now, I'm both. So, you have Five of Swords, God the highest being, desire to know the inquisitions of wisdom. I pronounced that wrong. I know it. And you have, oh my God, Queen of Wands, Almaya. Divine power guards against mental troubles. Okay, this is off topic, but like, I don't know if it's true, but I've been doing, not research, but like, I've been searching on who my guardian angel is, who my angel, like, birth angel is, and he keeps popping up to any website I go to. I even went to this one website where you talk to spiritual, not advisor, but someone who spiritually connected with angels. I don't know what's the word. And she said the exact same thing. And the fact that I think I could be wrong, his number is either 8, 4, 5, or 5. And the fact that one of those five the numbers I see the most on a daily life, especially number 4. Anyways, back to the reading. So these two decks I intuitively have to pick out because for some reason I just feel like I need to. So two decks that I chose to pick out by intuition is the World, God, the source of wisdom, fountain of wisdom, so gives success in all virtue. Okay, I see you, Flame. And last, there is Five of Pentacles, the forbearing God. Patience reveals secrets of nature, spreads knowledge and industries. So, I don't know if you guys remember what I said, but I know what I said. I just forgot how I said it because it sounds so smooth. Okay, so I'm gonna move on to your career and the changes is what's gonna happen within your career. So for this part of the reading regarding with your career, I'm gonna be using the Moonology Oracle deck. Now I'm gonna say this before I forget. Um, I won't be doing like a full in-depth reading, like the zodiac with your love life or the like those in-depth, right? That's because like since this is a general reading and I'm picking up so many energies at the same time, it's not only the fact that I'm struggling when it comes to talking, but imagine me talking and explaining while so many energies coming through. Still practicing maintaining all of that, but for the time being I'm gonna keep it simple for me. So if you do want an in-depth reading based on the pile you picked, just click the link down below and we can set up a time for you and for us to connect and for me to absorb your energy as well too. Okay, what changes is Pal 2 going to expect in the upcoming changes within the 3-month time? Within 3 months from now or 3 months later on? Man, you guys are shy today. Pal 1's energy were exploding, but it's okay. Okay, so for the first card, I have Show the World the Real You, Full Moon in Aquarius. And then I have It's Time to Release Negativity. Oh, I'm blocking your angel. Sorry. I don't know how you readers make this so clean and nice and like mine is all over the place. Gonna fix one too. Next I have You Are Good Enough. hold your vision. So for your regarding with your career, regarding with the career, oh, in the back of the deck it says fear climax approach. So Moon and Aries, full Moon and Aries. So I feel like for some of you guys gonna experience random, not random, but like it was just thrown at you, job opportunity. And I feel like for this position or this job opportunity that you guys gonna change, it does require you to be more authentic, be more not too close minded or not too narrow minded or not too one minded. That makes sense, because I feel like with this job opportunity or this job position or whatever, it is going to require you to basically level up, because you do have hold your vision, you're good enough, it's time to release negativity and show the real you. It just shows that you're gonna have to be more real within yourself. You're gonna have to, because in order for you to okay, from what I learned from my hospitality and tourism courses programs, is that you can it's easy for someone to teach them the ropes, the basics of training them when it comes to customer service. You can teach someone how to fold, you can teach someone how to do this and this, but you cannot teach someone how to be authentic to themselves when it comes to a job that they're working in. Because especially with customer service and hospitality and tourism, they don't really care much about your experience, even though it is preferred, but they rather have you being more authentic rather than have you being someone who's just there just because or just for the money, you know? Because it just shows that not only that you are passionate, it shows that you can give more than what is required you to give. That's what is being said here. The job opportunity that's gonna be spoken to you or shown or thrown at you, it is going to require you to be more true to yourself, be more authentic, be more realistic basically, and not let what people have said to you in the past or what people have done to you in the past affect you, especially during your work area. You know what I mean? I don't know if that makes sense. And as for holding your vision, whatever you've been hoping to get a job at or whatever you've been hoping to get a career at, it is gonna come. It is gonna come within the 3 month period or 5 months time. It is gonna come only if you only if you let it come to you, as in like only if you are ready to be more true or authentic, or if you're ready to show who you are. I feel like there's some of you guys, because I heard entrepreneur, I feel like there's some of you guys who are going to become entrepreneurs in the future, running your own business in the future. But yeah, so there's a lot more I can say to this, but I know I'm gonna get so off topic and I don't want to, because so many energies just come through here and it's just like I'm new, you guys. You know what? Let me take some baby steps. I'm new. But feel though, like I'm still trying, and plus the fact that this is a general reading, like I said, and I want to be more specific when it comes to. I like, for me personally, when it comes to readings, I like being specific and give details and examples. But the fact that I'm doing a general reading, it's hard to do that because there's so many examples and metaphors that I can use, but it's so much for me to use to the point where like it is gonna be draining for me, you know? I don't know if that makes sense. Hopefully. If not, then it is what it is. So I'm gonna move on with the next reading regarding with your home life, family, and the situation and the changes gonna come, or the changes and the changes that's gonna come regarding with your home life or and family. So just like the first two deck, I'm gonna be using the star seed. Is it the star seed? Shoot, star seed oracle deck for this topic of your reading. So what is pile 2 going to experience when it comes to changes of the home life, family, relationships with the home? That sounds so dumb. The way I worded it sounds so dumb, but you get what I mean. So what changes are they gonna expect? Okay, so you have longing for home, homesick for the stars. So I feel like you guys are not happy or not satisfied where you are, even though you do have everything that you could have needing wise, as in like the hierarchy of needs, if you remember that from school. But if you remember, the main importance of the hierarchy of needs is, I think, self within yourself. Hold on, let me check because I could be wrong. Yeah, so yeah, I was right. Self actualization. I'll put a screen of the hierarchy of needs if you're not familiar of, but basically it's just the needs of basic human living. But for me, I like using those as an example when it comes to spiritual growth, because it does fall in lines of spirituality if you think about it. Because self actualization is basically a need where you feel satisfied, you feel happy no matter what home or like what place you are in the world. You have the basic needs of your soul. You know what I mean? So we have the hierarchy needs physically and the hierarchy of needs within your soul. So that being said, homesick for the stars is like you have the needs when it comes to the 3D world, but as for your soul, you don't feel satisfied, you don't feel happy, you don't feel you are at home. So it just, I feel like with because of your family or thing, I hear siblings, so I'm gonna say siblings, the bond between you guys, or that you just miss home, whatever, wherever home could mean to you. You have also, wait, in the back of the card you have baby steps. Action, follow your intuition before it makes sense. So like I said in the beginning, you tend to take action, especially when it does fall in the lines of your own emotion. So as for weight, I feel like for you guys, since you have, I don't know if it's you guys, I could forgot, I don't know, I don't think so, but since you guys have weight, it's like it's telling me don't rush into things yet, because there are certain things in your life that needs to be taken down, aka releasing the negativity, in order for you to show the world, or in order for you to receive what you've been manifesting, or receive what you've been desiring. Because since you do have the tower moment, it's like things are not yet ready for you to receive the abundance, because you are still trying to work on within yourself first. That's the main priority, is what I'm seeing here, is thyself. So I don't know if that means to surrender yourself completely if you haven't not done so, or try to trust yourself, especially within your intuition, within your divine feminine side too. Now I'm gonna continue on with your changes of relationships. And that card deck I'm going to be using is this. Currently, this is just like a printed paper replica of the deck I'm currently designing. It is called Starlight Divine, and it's not yet finished because I'm currently trying to gain enough income funding for me to basically make that dream happen. So if you want to support that, if you want to support and also get your first Starlight Divine Tarot card pre-order, just click the link down below and do what you can to like support me in making that tarot card deck come to life, basically. But hopefully that deck comes to reality, because honestly, even though this is just printed paper on cardstock, I actually love it. Anyways, so what changes is pile 2 going to expect when it comes to the love life, to the romantic part? This wants to come out. Okay. In the back of the deck, I have the Knight of Wands in reverse. So regarding with your love life, with relationships, intimate, platonic, whichever you want to call it, whichever it is. So I have the Knight of Swords upright, the Ten of Wands upright as well. You guys are gonna, let me wait. Knight of Pentacles. Okay, there you go. Can't be too soon. Four of Pentacles in reverse. So Knight of Pentacles in reverse, Four of Pentacles in reverse, Four of Cups in reverse, Ace of Wands in reverse. So I remember, okay, before I start off, I remember this saying from one of my exes. And this is when, you know, my first relationship basically. And I remember this clearly. And I still remember it now because even now I'm still having troubles with my thoughts. But I still try my best not to let those thoughts affect anything, because your thoughts are hella powerful. Let me get that off the bat. And what I remembered on what he said to me is that something about whenever you think negative about certain things that has not happened yet, it will happen. It will happen eventually, just because you were overthinking about it, just because you were thinking about it, something like that. It's basically saying like whatever you place out into the universe, you will receive it back to you. And I think that's basically what the energy I'm receiving. That's the energy that what I am receiving currently for this reading specifically. Is like, because you guys are really intuitive, you know? And not only that, it's just the fact that your mind has so much knowledge when it comes to certain things, to the point where like you tend to overthink about certain situations, especially overthink about yourself. And it's like you're carrying a lot of baggage, within yourself, a lot of baggage, whether that's creativity baggage or baggage that's not meant to be yours. That's what I heard. That's why I said what I said. So I don't know why I said what I said, but that's what I said. What I said, because that's what I heard. Yeah, it's just like, okay, let me see what I want to see what healing cards does this reading has for you. I want to see what other messages does your guides has for you regarding with your relationship. And guarding with the changes that are coming. So this is gonna be your end, because there's so many things that's popping through my head that I cannot say at once, because so many examples I want to give out. But I know that those examples fit best based on the energy of the individual I am reading, so it doesn't seem so confusing. Okay, what Pal 2, what are your guides are trying to tell you regarding with the changes in your relationship and the changes overall? Awakening, conscious evolution. You guys have a strong throne. I was gonna say throat and crown chakra. You guys have a strong crown chakra, and you guys are in the process or going through a process of an awakening. You guys are, I can tell, I can feel that you guys are actually gifted in your own spiritual way, in your own spiritual way. Okay, so I have 12, A of Life, Key to Our Blueprints. But I remember one, I think it's this one. I don't remember, but basically, I remember seeing a card that says something about your blueprints to your awakening. I could be wrong. I could have read it wrong. But okay, anyways. Number 3. Yeah, I feel like for you guys, I feel like the month 3, like March, or in 3 months from now, or the third day, the third week, is popping out. Like within that time frame, around there is when you're gonna either start this this new changes, or when it's gonna end of these changes that you're gonna encounter. And lastly, you have 20. Another 3. I cannot pronounce that. The feminine divine. So I feel like I'm assuming, what I'm guessing on the meaning behind this card is that you guys need to start trusting your own intuition of your divine feminine side, not only in your masculine energy but also in your divine, because that is how you are going to basically receive the knowledge that you've been searching for, receive information that's is supposed to be given to you, you know? In order to do so is that you have to surrender both sides of your divine, of your energy, of your soul to the divine. Because you cannot give half-ass. Like, you cannot give a half-ass effort to a relationship, because you're gonna expect half-ass back, you know what I mean? You cannot expect someone to not dwell over the past when they're doing it. You know what I mean? You cannot be hypocritical to that kind of situation. Yeah. If you guys like this reading, if you enjoy this reading, and if you want more readings from me, please subscribe. And if you are interested in the tarot deck I'm currently working on and you want to get your hands on it, please support me on doing so. It will mean a lot because I really want to make the project come true. And if you like how I do my readings, subscribe, like, comment, do whatever you gotta do, so I know that you enjoy this video, even though it is not a whole lot of information, a whole lot of detail. And that being said, I hope to see you guys soon in my next video. And thank you guys so much for watching. Hi there, pile 3. So, if you picked this pile because, you know, the third pile was calling out to you, or if you picked this pile because of this crystal called Golden Healer, then this reading is for you. Before I get started, I'm going to introduce you to this crystal, and because I don't remember information about crystals that well yet. I'm gonna read it off the book, so it gives you an idea of what this reading is gonna be about. So, the Golden Healer embodies with powerful transformative healing energy. They are a catalyst for profound spiritual activation. Understanding the quantum world helps you understand yourself. The everyday self is bound by five senses expanded by a sixth, but this can be transcended to move into a field that is non-local, everywhere and nowhere at once, where there's no time. You create the event being as oh my god, do you guys struggle talking? Like when it comes to anxiety? Because that's what okay. You create the event being observed. Allow your soul rather than your ego to be your guide. Recognize your potential to be a healer. So the chakra soul star stellar gateway, which is the seventh and the eighth chakra, I believe. And if you don't know what that is, the seventh chakra will be your crown, and the eighth chakra will be like basically like the portal gateway to the divine. And timing every moment. Align and cleanses all. A channel for Christ consciousness. Okay, so yeah, so how I'm gonna do this. This is gonna be the first card is gonna represent what you have learned previously. So what you have learned few months ago, or what you have learned on the month that you're currently watching this video. And for the second card, this is gonna represent what you need to learn. What do you need to learn within yourself? Okay, so the first card we have the Great Severing. Mars energy, anger, conflict, softening to love. So you guys have learned to handle your emotions, when it comes to your anger, especially, you guys are learning on how to control those emotions, especially when you know those are not the right emotions when it comes to certain situations. You guys have learned that it is best to deal with conflict through words rather than physical, or vice versa. It's best to deal with, and that sounds wrong too, because if you deal with conflict through physical rather than words, then yeah, never mind, scratch that scenario. But yeah, what I'm trying to say is that you have learned to control yourself, especially when it comes to situations where you know it's gonna bring so much trigger. It's like triggering to you to the point where like you see red, you know? As for what you need to learn within yourself, you have star bathing, light body crystal guide transmission activation. You are still trying to balance yourself, balance your masculine energy and your feminine energy as well, along with your practicality and your spirituality, aka your 3D world and your 5D world. You're still trying to balance both ends. Basically, you're still trying to balance light and dark. That's how I would see it. Because if you look at it, it looks like it looks like the same area, but one side represents dark, the other side represents light. And I want to clarify, when it comes to darkness, I don't mean evil, nothing evil when it comes to darkness. Darkness to me represents, and to other people who does tarot, who are spiritual, darkness represents to us, especially witches too. Let me get out the bat. Represents to us the dark side of things, as in like your fears, your shadow self, your anything that no one wants to encounter when it comes to the dark. For example, when you go to a dark room, you're scared to see a ghost popping out of nowhere, right? That's something that you don't want to encounter because it's in the dark. But when you're in the light time, you're not afraid because you see a light, right? And I have this whole controversial not controversial, but like thing when it comes to light and dark, and the whole history behind it, and along with Christianity and spirituality, and how Christianity made it all so demonic and shit, all that shit. But I started an article about it within, I don't know how many months ago, but I should continue finishing it. And it is on my website, Medium Truths of Divine. And if you want to check it out, you can. The link will be in my bio. If you are interested in that type of stuff when it comes to history and Christianity versus spirituality, Christianity versus all this thing, because I feel like the main issue would be Christianity. No offense, but yeah. Anyways, if you do want to check out the article and some of the articles I posted in that website, the link is in my bio. And if you want, you can subscribe, follow me, so you can get notified whenever I post. But anyways, back to this reading. So promo. So, what are the energy? What? April? Did you just say energy? What are the changes that you're gonna encounter when it comes to yourself? So you have strength in reverse. I want to flip it this way for some reason. So I don't know. Like, even though it came out as reverse, I just feel like I need to flip it upright for some reason. I don't know why. So I'm gonna just do that, and hopefully my intuition is not messing me up. So you have strength. And I'm gonna follow up this entire reading with the crystal deck to see on how you're going to transmute, um, transition from where you are right now to where you should be, and how the change is gonna affect you, and what you need to do to in order for you to let these changes happen. And also, just want to say that if you like the deck I'm using, I will list them down below so you guys can go check them out and see what catches your eye. But I will also include one of my tarot deck that I'm currently working on, but you can pre-order it, but it will be link in Kickstarter, since I'm still currently making it and I really don't have the funds for it at the moment. So a friend recommended Kickstart to me. Hopefully I can make that tarot deck come true. Hopefully. Another self-sponsor. Okay, anyways. I was gonna say pile 1, but you're pile 3. So what changes, or what does pile 3 have to work on in order for them to receive their own growth, receive their own changes that it serves in their own purpose? Okay. Okay. Wait. That was my fault. I just want to say, because I'm shuffling right now, and I know you guys probably don't like the way I shuffle because it's not your traditional tarot, but I just want to tell you, I'm not your traditional tarot. Because, like, yeah, whenever cards fall out facing up, I go by that. But whenever I stop in the middle of me shuffling, that's because something told me to stop shuffling and take out the deck that I am receiving the energy most off of. You know what I mean? Or whenever a deck falls out facing down like these two, I let it be, and I let my guide and intuition tells me which one has the strongest energy for me to give to you guys for this reading, if that makes sense. Don't know if you can see this, but there's so many things that fell out, facing out, facing out, facing up. So you have the bottom of the deck, you have the pink granite. Okay, so I'm gonna grab to those that basically faced upwards, but did not. That landed face down afterwards. I'm gonna, yeah. So these are the cards that faced upwards, and you can do you. Anyways, you have black tourmaline. Azurite, azurite, Azuzu, Azuzu. You have Labradite, Androlite, Androlite, Androlia, Jolie, Androlite. I don't pronounce that. If you guys know how to pronounce some of these crystal names, you can go ahead and correct me on it. Purpurite, Purpurite. Did I say that right? Purpurite? 44, 30, 27, 26, 21. Oh my goodness. Okay. And you have the Aptite. I'm butchering all these names just because I know I cannot pronounce them the way I want them to. So I apologize in advance if the way I pronounce them cringes you, makes you cringe. Chrysolite. This is so hard. You have the Lavender Argonite. Oh my god, I think the pile 1 had this card too. And last you have Flint. That was easy. And the 2 3 cards that was basically flipped upwards, but then when they fell, they face downwards. For that, I'm gonna go off by what energy feels strong for me to give to you guys. Lapis Lazuli. And since these two have basically the same energy, I'm gonna show them to you guys and then put them away. So you have Shiva Lingam and Herkimer Diamond. Diamond, you have diamond. Gonna read the definition of all of these, but I'm gonna shorten it up for you guys because I know you don't want to hear the crystal meanings. You just want to get on with the reading. But I'm gonna read it to those who wants to know. So for Black Tourmaline, you are adaptive, adjusted to new places and new situations. You have a clarity of thoughts and analyze situations rapidly. Let go of overcautiousness, but stay protected. You sense it when you wish ill. You may be carrying a family or past life curse, creating a disease. Recognize that negative thought and action and harm others and yourself. For the next one beside it, you have infinite capacity of forgiveness. Love yourself. If you cannot accept yourself, you cannot give love or accept the love of others. To heal your emotions, black hole, connect to the universe, love that is inside of you. It never runs out. You can give love out to the world and receive it and never in a never ending flow. Clear away confusion or guilt. Accept the truth about yourself. You are a complex being with credits and deficiencies. Recognize these without judgment. Move away from aloofness or social alienation and show others who you truly are. You are a being of infinite love and compassion. Find your core of unlimited peace and universal love. Release your toxic emotions, replacing them with forgiveness, compassion, and sincerity. What you have been through allows you to appreciate the pain of another's path. Do not absorb the energy, remain dispassionate. Detach gracefully and move forward. You are a being of light here to help Earth evolve. Although you need to rise above mundane concerns, keep your faith on the ground and deal with the everyday. Too much emphasis on sweetness and light leads to ignoring your shadow energy. With shadow, like dark light, it become an authentic. Stay real, leave your ego behind. Become comfortable in your own body and environment. You are incarnate to be a guardian of the planet. You are a vehicle of purifying and healing the earth, reminding others that it is sacred, living being to be treated with respect. You are a mortal soul who has profound connection with the heavens. Your purpose is noble. You yearn for spiritually attunement, but may be hampered by outmodel viewpoints. Take charge of your life. Looking into the past puts your present experience into perspective. You are a lingering breaker. Make the effort to trace family history for deeper insight. I feel like for some, not all, I feel like for changes in your family, even though we're not even there to that part of the reading yet. But from what I can feel is that there's some certain aspects or some certain history within the family bloodline that is affecting a cycle with you right now currently. That makes sense. I don't know if it does. I don't know if that resonates with some of you, but might resonate for most of you, if not at least a couple. You are a person with profound inner depths. Do not be afraid to explore these hidden sides. It contains treasure beyond knowing. Together with untold karma and response, repressed emotions affect well-being. Then connects you to your ancestors. Natural traveler, you know how to negotiate the shamanic underworld to obtain healing insights. Labradorite. You are an intuitive being with the gift of foresight. Keep yourself grounded. The veil between the world is thin. Unraveling the veil. No, that's not it. Wrong deck. Aim for clear insight. Hold on to common sense. It is your most effective tool in assessing intuition and acting on those that are valid. Lastly, perpetuate. Old habits and patterns, including those inherited from ancestors, may keep you mirrored in the past. Some of those energies of ancient curses or ill wishing could have be affected you. Okay, so before I do, I might do a tarot deck. I don't know. I don't think I did a tarot reading, extra tarot deck for the other two piles, even though I did say I was gonna. My mind went totally. It went blank. So if you, oh my god, I feel bad. I think I forgot to do that. I don't know. It's been a long week. But anyways, I'm gonna move on to your changes in careers, and hopefully I remember it. I might look back at the footage. If not, I might just add something to it, choose to apologize. I don't know. But anyways, the changes in the careers and your career. What changes you're gonna expect when it comes to your career? When it comes to your job, what is pile B going to expect? And I think like in this deck, it's gonna give me a time frame as well. Even though I was gonna do it later on, but I feel like I might need to do it now. Okay, so what is pile 3 going to expect, or what changes is pile 3 going to experience within the 3 months? Within 3 months from now. So I just want to say off the bat is that the way I do my reading is kind of different. And usually whenever someone does a reading, they wait till a card would fall out upwards, and it's an indicator to them that that's a card that the viewer's energy is being received. But for me, usually I just go off, but not only by if the cards are facing upwards, but also by my intuition as well. So if I'm shuffling midway and I stop, that's basically something told me to stop shuffling and take out the card that's basically giving me the most energy. Same thing too if the pile or if the cards fell out and there's some cards out in the pile that needs to be delivered. So I will just use the pile and then based off the energy on which card is giving me the most, I'll use that in that reading as well. So don't like the way I do my reading? Don't watch me. That sounds so rude, but you know what I mean. Because everyone has their own way of doing the readings, and I like the way I do mine. Because not only it gives me a good way to connect more of my intuition, but also gives me a way to connect more to the energies that's been thrown at me. That's why I don't usually do in depth, because not only I listen to my intuition, but I listen to the energies that's been given to me. So if there's like a lot of energy that's been thrown at me, I'll take it in. I'll take as much as I can and deliver what needs to be said. I don't go in depth unless I have to, or unless you book a reading with me personally, then I will. Anyways, in the back of the deck, we have stay, should I stay, should I go? Moon and Gemini, indecision, 15, number 6. So, I feel like for some of you guys, when it comes to your career, I feel like you guys are at a point where you just don't know if you should leave or stay at this current job you're working in. You don't know if this job is gonna fulfill the needs that you desire, whether that's internal, what internal needs or external needs. Don't know what that means. I'll leave the description in the screen somewhere. Learn it from my management class. As well, I'm like throwing in the things I learned throughout my education into this reading. I don't know why. I don't know. It's like the closest thing I can use to give examples because I'm not good with examples. But anyways, so you have let your inner hero out. Moon and Leo. Readiness for change. Sun in Aquarius. Moon and Libra. Wait, did I give an introduction on how I'm going to do this reading? I think I did. I don't know if I did. But if I didn't, shoot. I feel like I did, but I'm going to leave it on screen. I don't know. Okay, so new moon and Libra. Bringing peace to your life. Ensure your relationship will flourish. Rise to the challenge as new path opens. Eclipse and Gemini. Negotiation. As a sensitive, introspect base. Moon and Cancer. Belonging. Wait, so we have 17, 8, 19, 10, 8, 11, 2, 7, 8, 9. You have 16, 7. And hone your negotiation and relationship skill. I said negotiation somewhere here. Think with it, yeah. You have number 3, Sun and Gemini, communication. So I feel like your new career choice, not choice, but your career path is going to involve a lot of customer service, a lot of communication, a lot of talking, a lot of negotiation. Like I feel like for some, I'm hearing hospitality and tourism, but for others, I feel like it has to do with politics or something to do with negotiation. I cannot think what it is on top of my head, but I feel like with your career change, the career that's gonna be changing in your life, it has to do with you talking, a lot of thought. So I see a lot of blue here, so your throat chakra is gonna be open. I feel like in the past, you weren't as open, especially when it comes to your words. That's why you speak through a lot of your actions, especially when it comes to your emotion. You speak a lot on emotions based on your action. If you're frustrated or you're sad, you express it through actions, because when it comes to your emotions, you're having issues letting your emotions out through words, because it's either A, no one's hearing you, B, no one's listening to you, or C, no one's trying to understand you. So that's why in the beginning it's a lot of actions. You tend to try your best not to, you tend to rely on things based on words, through verbally, not through physically, even though it is hard, because it's like no one can hear what you say. That's why you have lapis lazuli, because and what I remember from my small business of crystal necklace making is that I think this represents your third chakra, and the fact that you have it underneath strength, it's like your strength is talking, your strength is your voice, singing, poetry, whatever. Even if it's like written, like a journal or like an article, like how I mentioned, your strength is through your words, and through your words is where you're gonna receive a lot of recognition, insight, opportunities, belonging, communication, so many things along with your throat chakra. Because since you know how to express yourself through actions, the main thing you got to focus on is expressing yourself through words, whether that's either poetry, singing, writing an article, or just even voicing out your opinions or voicing out your emotions. So yeah, I feel like for your career wise, it's gonna involve with a lot of communication. Like you could be a receptionist, or you could be someone who talks about like TED Talk. That's the first thing that came to my mind is TED Talk. That's one of the examples that came into my head. So yeah, a lot of communication, a lot of talking, a lot of opportunities too that involves talking, speech, whether that's article written or etc. etc. But yeah, but the time frame of that is, I feel like in between, I want to say January. By the beginning of January or the end of January, midway to February is where I'm hearing at. So now I'm gonna move on to your changes of friends and family, and then I'm gonna move on to changes within the relationship, and then I'm gonna end off whatever messages your guides or spirit guides or angels wants to tell you as well. Sorry again if the setup or the layout of my cards is so messy. I just don't know how to add, honestly. But anyways, so this is gonna be the section on the changes with guarding of your family, living situation, home, etc. What does Pile 3 need to know of these changes, or what to expect of these changes? I don't know if you can tell, but this is the Wild Unknowns was basically the deck I used a lot. Well, my first deck when I started off tarot, because my first deck when I started off tarot was been given to me from my cousin. It's this mango tarot. I forgot what it's called. I'll link a photo somewhere in the video. But that was basically my first beginner deck, and now I don't have it because I gave it to my best friend ever since she moved from Canada to the States, and she and I are we're like soul sisters. So I gave it to her as a gift for her to practice tarot because I know her gifts are similar to mine, and she wants to practice ever since. Yeah, so if I still have that deck, it would be busted by now because I'll be using that shit a lot. But thankfully, I've been giving it to her, and she's been practicing with it, which I'm actually proud of. So, if you're watching this and you pick this pile, and the fact that this is number 3, I don't know what to tell you. So 2 cards fell out. I don't know if you saw that, but I'm trying to pull out 2 more if I can. If not, then we'll see. I don't know who does this, but like I think it was Kino or Esotero that like whenever they shuffle, they put half deck down and then place the other half on top. I actually like that because it feels like, I don't know. Anyways, okay, so on the bottom of the deck, I have the Hermit. I don't know why I did that. The Hermit. It was in reverse. Sorry. You have the Hermit in reverse, and the Seven of Wands. That's 7. 7, 9, 9 of Wands. I could be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. So you have the 9 of Wands, and the cards that fell facing upwards. You have the Father of Wands in reverse, the Son of Wands upright. Oh, someone in your family's a snake. Just kidding. Oh, Five of Pentacles in reverse. Or is this a Lovers in reverse? I mean, is this a Lovers card? Correct me if I'm wrong, if it's the Five of Pentacles or the Lovers. I feel like it's the Five of Pentacles. Anyways. Lastly, Mother of Swords. Okay, so regarding with your home situation, I feel like some of you, not all, it's like you, especially with your siblings, with your father and mother, it's like wishy-washy, not wishy-washy, but like it's like, you know what I mean, especially with your fathers too, because what I'm feeling is that with the Father of Wands and the Son of Wands, it feels like when it comes to, if it, I feel like when it comes to like the men in the household, it's like they don't know how to treat the ones that they're living with. You know what I mean? Or they don't know how to treat the ones that they are currently in the same household with. But when it comes to other people outside of the household, it's a completely different story. Okay, so I don't normally use this deck when it comes to full general, like in-depth readings. In-depth. In this case, would be in-depth. But I feel like in this case, I feel like I need to, because I need something about this. Something about, oh shoot. Something about this just needs more. Just I just need to know. Okay. So this is the Egyptian tarot, but this is just only the major arcana. You can get the ones that's the both major and minor arcana, but for this one it's just the major. So just the 22 arcanas, yeah, in this deck. Like I said, I will list the decks I use down below so you can purchase them and add it to your collection too. I like this deck, but I hate it because look how long this is compared to my hand. Okay, stop rambling. You talk too much. Okay, that was my fault. But this one kind of popped out, so I'm gonna grab this. Right, this is the Empress in reverse. It's, oh, okay. This one, the Hangman upright. And then back to the deck, you have the Devil. Okay, so what I'm seeing is that it's like when it comes to living overall, it's like your parents, specifically your mom, have this way of viewing on living, on how to live in a certain way, and how to do things a certain way, and how to be in a certain way, especially when it comes to your traditions and religion. And you, the fact that you have the Empress in reverse is like in before you were the knowledge that you were born with, the wisdom that your ancestors and spirit guides blessed you with, it's like was being pressed down because of the beliefs and the views and the system of how you grew up. And not only that, it's like that too, and along with a sibling of yours. I want to say brother, but I feel like a brother or a sister. You could be the brother that's going through this with your sister, or vice versa. Or even like brother and brother, but anyways. So, that being said, I'm gonna pull out more tarot deck for this pile, just because feel like for this one, I don't normally do in depth. I feel like for you guys, you might need it. I cannot pick this up. You know, when I do pick card readings, I'm not gonna have nails. If I know what deck I'm gonna be using, I'm gonna get rid of my nails. That's final, because this is a struggle. Yeah, that one just wants to come out. Okay, so I'm gonna take this out anyway because you just wanna be shown. So what changes will pile 3 will experience regarding with family, home life situations? What are they gonna experience within the 3-month time, 3-month period? I heard moving. I heard the word moving. So I feel like some of you guys is gonna experience a move, whether that's a different country, different city, different parts of your town, different province, if you live in Canada, different states, if you live in the States. Okay, well. Okay, so the back of the deck says the Hermit. Focus. So, I'm gonna be showing you the cards that flipped upright and the cards that did not. But I'm gonna see what energy is strong the most. I know this card wants to come out, so I'm gonna go with that too. So you have the King of Pentacles in reverse. Strength. Oh yeah, another strength card. Eight of Pentacles. And for these 4 decks, cards that fell out facing downwards, I'm gonna see which energy is more strong to you guys. We have the Temperance card, the Knight of Cups, and finally the Queen of Cups. Okay, so right off the bat, another card that I picked, but that fell out that it did not resonate strongly like those other 4 cards. So that's the Knight. What are you again? Knight of Wands in reverse. Okay, so I feel like some of you guys are gonna experience a change. I feel like a change in house living, the way of I feel like a change in house living, the way of moving, like I said, in the country, city, province, states, whatever. But also I feel like moving in the way of your soul is moving towards the alignment that you're on right now. Especially with the Queen of Cups and the Knight of Cups. The Queen of Cups, especially with the Temperance, it just shows a lot of self surrendering thyself. It's like you were being held back held back from being authentic to yourself, being showing. Basically, you are holding yourself back of who you are, of your creativity, of on how you view things, and not only that, you finally get to express your voice a lot more. And regarding with um, the home life, you're going to feel a sense of peace, sense of creativity flowing, sense of strength within yourself and how you finally handle yourself, and a sense of abundance and like what's the other word? Fulfillment. There you go. A sense of fulfillment and abundance is what I'm getting at. It's what I'm hearing. Now, I'm gonna move on to your relationship reading, and for this deck, I'll be using my Starlight Divine Tarot. Now, since this is just a protocol, because the current deck is still in the process of being making, and I am planning on selling it. But if you want to support me, because it's gonna be a lot of funding for me to do so. If you're willing to support it, click the link down below and do what you can to support me in order for me to reach my goal, so I can have this deck come to life. You know what I mean? Like an actual deck. And also, if you also want a in-depth reading with me, because I don't usually go in-depth when it comes to general reading, because on how I'm picking up so many energies and I'm gathering a lot of them at the same time, listening to my intuition, it does require a lot of energy when it comes to going in depth. So if you want to go in depth with your reading, if you did pick this pile, just click the link down below and we can set and time schedule an appointment. Now, this regarding with the changes in your current love situation, whether you're single, in a relationship, you want to pop out. I know you do. Whether if you're single, relationship, or if you're in a separation, or if it's complicated. Because honestly, yo, this just wants to be in reverse. Honestly, yo, me too. It'd be complicated over here too. I promise you the deck that I'm gonna be creating won't be as stumbly like this. It's not even a word. It is now. It is now. So it won't be stumbly as this. So don't worry. This is just a rough draft on how I envision it to look like, you know? Okay. Okay, so we have the Five of Wands and the Nine of Swords. In the back of the deck, we have the Devil. The Devil. And this is the deck that wants to come out, basically. So we have a Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Don't we have a Knight of Pentacles? Yeah, notice King. We also have the Ten of Cups upright. The Five of Swords in reverse. The Four of Pentacles in reverse. Now for these ones, I'm gonna see which energy is most strongest to this reading. Okay, so the cards that did not have that energy, we have the Star and the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so we have the Two of Swords in reverse, the Queen of Pentacles upright, Strength reverse, another Strength card that's reversed, and lastly the Empress in reverse. So you guys are, with your current, whether if you're in separation or in a relationship, you need to work on your communication. You need to work on how you handle situation, how you let your mind control this certain situations, because especially if you're in a relationship, that's where the main basic foundation when it comes to relationships should lie on, is communication. And if you don't know how to open up to your partner, then it's either something your partner is doing to make you close off, or is there something that you are holding back in order for you to open up. Because maybe your partner is, a good one, healthy ass relationship, but maybe it's just you who dwells too much on the past, on what happened in the past, thinking that it's going to happen again, like a repeat cycle. But just know that in a way, for things to be a repeat cycle is if you let it happen, is if you let it to be a repeat cycle. So when it comes to when it comes to your intuition, when it comes to, especially with your emotions, try to connect more with your emotions towards yourself first before you express it to anyone else. Even if you just don't know how to, the best way to do so is start with yourself. Express your emotions to yourself. Express how you feel towards yourself. So that way, when you start to continue on, you start to feel more comfortable on expressing your emotions, not through physical, but through more verbal. Even though actions does speak louder than words, but sometimes I know this because I'm an Aries, Sun Aries, to be exact. Because like when it comes to actions, sometimes it can be messy, like messy. And the fact that like, because I'm a Sun Aries, but my Mars is Scorpio and my Mercury is Pisces, but yet my Moon is Capricorn and my Rising is Cancer. So I don't know what that tells me. Anyways, back to where was I? But yeah, so start building that connection with yourself first. Start building that communication with yourself first before you move forward, especially when it comes to your relationship. If you are in a relationship, if not, then just focus on your communication overall, especially when it comes to your friends and family. And learn how to express it the way it should be. Like, look other options when it comes to expressing how you feel other than by action. I know this because like I'm still struggling. Okay, so to end up your reading, I'm gonna be pulling out some cards on what your guides are trying to tell you, or what other informations they want to tell you too. I'm sorry if this pile looks messy, or this layout looks messy. I don't know how you do it. In the back of the deck, we have uplift each other. And for the card, we have be enchanted. For this card that wants to come out, we have embodied knowing. So like I said, you guys have a strong third eye crown chakra. And like I said, when it comes to how strong the mind is, you have to try your best to control it or contain it at least, or your best to balance it in a way. We have transcend the limits. So know your limits, especially when it comes to communicating with others that you don't want to communicate to. And lastly, the goddess within. So express and connect more with your feminine energy. Connect more with your divine feminine more than your masculine. Balance both energies so that way each energy can connect and communicate with each other in order for you to maintain balance as a whole. But yeah, that's my reading for you, Pal 3. I hope you enjoyed this. And if you like this video, or if you like how I do my readings, please subscribe and support me in creating the tarot deck Starlight Divine. And share, comment, do what you gotta do. And if you want an in-depth reading of this pile specifically, click the link down below and then we can set up a time together. But yeah, that being said, hope to see you guys soon on my next video. And stay blessed and stay badass. Love you.